Hey YouTube, Southwest252 here with another video. This time it's another review and comparison of the NG models. Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Heart livery. This is all three releases. So I have the original release, which I'll just be in here for the comparison a little bit, and then both of these brand new releases, the Heart livery winglets with split scimitar winglets on the right, and then the gray blended winglets in the middle there. But before I get into the review, I would just like to say I'd really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. So I'm not going to really have the old release in this video for that long. I just wanted to put it in here. The registration of this one is November 8686 Alpha. This is the first release, and the first version of the first release. I think they had restocks twice of it. I'm not sure how much it changed because I only have one of this, but this is the very first one. The coloring compared to both the new ones is pretty much the same. It might be just slightly lighter. The new ones might be very slightly darker, but you can't really tell. I do think it was good for them to maybe darken the blue just a little bit, which it looks like they have done very slightly. So I think that's a good job done. I don't remember what the rating is that I rated this one originally, but it does have a high rating. But I'm not going to take that out and just focus on the other two. But before I get into those ones, I'm actually going to go over the boxes. So they do blend together as they're both released at the same time. They combine to have a big heart logo across both of them, but they also have smaller heart logos within them. And then it's just the general Southwest tail design in them. On the blended winglet version, so this is not one that would typically be seen in service. This is when the 800s were being constructed before the split scimitar winglets were added, because that is an aftermarket thing that was done. They'd be built with these blended winglets and just painted gray. No point in painting them when you're just going to have to modify them later. So they were built like this, and then they had the split scimitars added on before delivery. But the box is, just like I said, heart livery design on the front. The registration of this one is November 8541 Whiskey. You have underneath the bottom, just the registration again. The item number of this model is 58121. There's the left side of the box. There's the top of the box. There's the right side of the box. And the back of the box. Don't forget to check out the NG model's social media. And warning, choking hazard, small parts for adult collectors, not suitable for children under 14 years old. And then it's pretty much the same with the split scimitar winglet version box. The registration of this one is November 8565 Zulu. The bottom of the box. The item number of this one is 58122. There's the left side of the box, the top, the right side of the box, and the back of the box. And again, on the back, you can put them together to create one big design as well. But that's all for the boxes. Now for the models. For this review, since I did the full review of the split scimitar winglet version of the first release, you can check that out in the description below. I'm going to be focusing on the blended winglet version for this review. And really, it's pretty much very similar, but I'll still go over it in case you missed that video many years ago. So at the front, you do have the nose cone painted on there. Pitot tubes, you've got your cockpit windows, windshield wipers, all of those details. You have the gear doors, does say 8541 on them. The gears are all rubber and do roll. You have your L1 door, you have the heart logo, then you have the giant Southwest billboard titles across the whole front end of the aircraft. You've got an antenna underneath, details on top, an antenna on top there as well. You have your emergency overwing escape exits and routes. You've got the engine, does say southwest.com on it. Here's the inside view of the engines. And again, here is the blended winglet. It's just gray. Again, these didn't really fly in commercial service like this. That was just production before it had the split scimitars added. You move towards the back. Of course, you've got more passenger windows. You've also got another small antenna on the top there. And then you have the registration, which is November 8541 Whiskey. Got the American flag on the tail, and then the Southwest Heart livery design tail on it. The right side is the same, just with the cargo luggage doors in the front there above that antenna. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is there. And then on the back to the bottom right of the registration. So here is the front view of this model. And the gear has just fallen off. Now that is disappointing. All right, so here's the front view. I have gotten the gear back together. After the video, I'm gonna try and get a more permanent fix done for that. So hopefully it stays on for the rest of the review, but that is kind of disappointing that these quality control issues are still persisting. So that will be affecting the rating. But here's the front view. Here's the right view. There's the back view. Here's the left side. Here's the top view. And here is the bottom. So it does say 800 up by the nose cone, if I can get it to focus. You can kind of tell there. You have your nose gear. Again, all the gears are rubber and do roll. You have belly details. You've got the heart logo there. Underneath the center, you've got the, underneath the engines and wings, two more antennas on the bottom there, your main gear. Move towards the back, you've got the tricolor design. You've got the tail scraper, the doors for the APU, and then the APU itself all the way in the back. So that is all for that version. And then here is the new version, the new release of the split scimitar winglet version. So I'm just gonna go through all the angles here. So here is the front view. There's the right side. Here's the back view. There's the left side. Here's the top view. And here's the bottom. Again, pretty much should look almost exactly the same as the last one, just with the winglets being the main difference. Still got all the same details. So overall, color-wise, they're pretty well done. Coloring's pretty on point for all three main colors. You do have a few quality control issues, like you just saw happen right on camera. The wheel fell off. Also, I believe it's this side. Yeah, on the painting on the black part of the wing, it's smudged off. So that's disappointing. So for the blended winglet release version, I'm going to be giving a score of 29 out of 30. Now with the split scimitar winglet version, I did order 3 of these. I just needed to put one in the video. This one is perfect. One of the other ones is perfect. One of the wings did fall out. I believe it was the right one. So I will have to be gluing that back in. So I'm gonna, since I did get 3 of them, I'm gonna be have my rating out of all 3 of them. So with that quality control issue, this will also be getting a score of 29 out of 30. So there's a few quality control issues that NG really could have easily fixed, that would be getting these models perfect scores, but unfortunately not. So both of them end up with a score of 29 out of 30. The original release here that I have, no quality control issues with that one. The only thing, maybe the blue's a little too light. They darken it just a little for these other releases, which is perfect. So combination of all of these really is what makes them would make them perfect. And this one, the new release, could have easily been perfect without those quality control issues. But that's going to be it for this review and comparison. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below. Consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. And once again, I'd really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
We would like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700 series aircraft. You're looking at the Southwest Airlines bestseller. It's a safety information card. It's in the seat pocket in front of you. It works as a fan for no extra charge. You're welcome. And it reads as a comic book. It has a lot of short stories. None of them ends well. Absolutely.